General Hospital Spoilers reveals that Drew is going on a trip to the Savoy and meet with Curtis. But there's still no information about the purpose behind Drew. What is he planning to do with going to Curtis's site? However, Marshall interrupted the story and messed things up. Recently, Marshall is wishing his family could be reunited, but this action made Curtis angry. During the week of December 13th through 17th, Curtis received unexpected news. Several years ago, Drew was presumed dead in a plane crash and everyone was heartbroken, including Curtis, but unexpectedly, this time Drew appeared full of surprises. Making Curtis happy, the two have not seen each other for a long time and have many things to talk about. This meeting is an opportunity for close friends to share and sympathize. Drew would tell Curtis about Jason's death and how he was tormented by not being able to save his brother. Drew and Curtis will spend some time together at the Savoy to sip and talk. They want to make sure they don't miss a single story. After listening to what Drew had to say, Curtis also shared about her recent job and pride in running a nightclub. Everything seems to be going very well for Curtis, and Drew can see it in Curtis's face. But while having fun, Marshall appeared again and approached Curtis's relatives. He also revealed himself to be his father. Things weren't going as well for Drew as they were with Curtis. He has experienced the feeling of watching a loved one die right in front of his eyes, but he can't do anything about it. When he and Jason first got to know each other, their relationship was still not close. There were some misunderstandings, and it wasn't until later that the two of them cleared them all up. At that time, he just became more attached to Jason when he fell into Peter's trap and was controlled by him for many years. When Jason came to the rescue, the two brothers met again, but unfortunately Jason was buried in the rubble. No pain can compare to the pain of losing Drew's twin brother. If time could be turned back, Drew wishes Jason would be saved and return home safely. This changed Drew's mind when giving advice to Curtis. He realizes that moments with loved ones are important, so he tells Curtis to forgive Marshall. No one can predict what will happen, so don't regret it. However, he only gives advice and never forces Curtis to do what he says. Above all else, Drew respects the decision-making power of others and supports their individual opinions. So if Curtis did anything, Drew wouldn't object. The result is in Curtis. Will he accept Marshall once more as his father? Just when Curtis was wondering whether to let Marshall be a part of his life or not, he made Curtis lose trust. While he and Drew were talking to each other, Marshall interrupted this meeting. Curtis was extremely angry at Marshall's actions and he reacted immediately despite Drew still present. It is clear that Curtis still does not fully trust Marshall because he believes that Marshall's motives are far from simple. During the time Marshall appeared, Curtis was always on high alert in case he would do anything that would harm himself and those around him, especially after Marshall reached out to both TJ and Portia. Perhaps at some point Marshall will change, but it will take a long time and we will have to let Curtis take the initiative.